There's a story in the Bible about Abraham and Sarah. So Abraham is the father of faith, actually, and he is the one that God chose to bring us all to Jesus from the very beginning. Okay, you got that? Okay, so he's married to Sarah, and God comes to them and he says, I know you're 100 years old, but Sarah's going to get pregnant. Sarah says, oh, yeah, right, God. Do you know how old I am? God says, no, really, Sarah, you're going to have the promised child. You're going to have the child that is going to carry this all on after Abraham. So they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait. And she doesn't get pregnant. So Sarah comes up with this bright idea. And she says, hey, Abraham, why don't you take our maidservant and go have sex with her? And then we'll have that baby, and that could be our baby, and that could be the promised baby. That's got to be what God's talking about. And Abraham was like, okay. So he goes with her. They have a baby, and now he has this son, Ishmael. So now Sarah gets pregnant, and Sarah's like, uh-oh, now what? I don't want that baby or that woman around us anymore. So she said, this is what she says to Abraham. You can read this whole story in Genesis 21. Okay, so I'm in Genesis 21, verse 10. And Sarah said to Abraham, get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that slave woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac. This really made Abraham upset because this was his son. Like, what are you talking about, Sarah? But God told him, listen to Sarah. Okay, let's skip down to verse 13. God said, I will make the son of the maidservant into a nation also. That would be Iran and Iraq, because he is your offspring. So he still made him into a nation. Of course, it's a pagan nation who doesn't believe in Jesus. They're Muslim, and they're always fighting back and forth. Always Isaac and Ishmael, it's always fighting. They're still fighting today. And so God still honored this choice, even though it was the wrong choice, and even though it's bringing lots of shebang. God had a plan. God had a plan back then. He knew that these two countries would battle it out until Jesus came back. How amazing is that? What do we learn from this story? God always answers his prayer, and he always has a plan.